Oh,
And we're live. Yes. Okay, so hi everyone. I'm Amanda Miranda, and I have a special guest with me today, Miss London. How are you doing today?
hi. I'm good. How are you?
I'm wonderful.
Oh, that's
I just
awesome.
overheard myself talking. Okay,
Oh my God, I
so
so get that.
I know I always do this. Okay, so the reason why we're talking today is you were like suspended on Twitter for saying something, and I looked at the tweet, and it's completely like ridiculous how you were even suspended for this. So can you care to elaborate what exactly happened?
Yeah, definitely. So, like a lot, let's just say a lot happened that day. So, but I'll start where the big one kind of started. And so, if you know Ariel Scarsala, she's like one of my friends. And one day, do you know Sam Collins?
I don't think I do.
Okay, well, he's basically a trans YouTuber. He just kind of, he's a very lifestyle trans YouTuber and he just talks about life things. But then one day he made a video about, do you need gender dysphoria to be trans? And it was like his first like semi-controversial video. And she kind of tweeted about the link and then because she's very involved in the trans community as well, so she tweeted the link to Sam's video and said, you can't be trans without gender dysphoria and such. And then basically after that, Chase Ross, another trans YouTuber, who I have made a lot of videos on, just like two actually, but like I very much disagree with him. And he's kind of a mess and kind of, he's a little bit interesting. But he basically tweeted about Ariel's tweet about the gender dysphoria to be trans in Sam Collins' video and said, and I quote, "Wow, I had no idea you also went under university for 8 years and got your master's in sociology and are able to make such a quote unquote real claim. Lol, wait. You didn't. And this claim is bullshit and doesn't affect you in any way. Stay in your lane. Hashtag cis opinions." That shook me to the core. I was like, hold up. And I mean, if you don't know me, I'll give you some background. Basically, I'm anti-SJW YouTuber. I'm very right-leaning. You can say conservative. And I just believe everybody should, everybody has the right to talk about whatever they want and all that kind of stuff. And I think cis, trans, like you could, of course, talk about anything. Like if you're a cis person, you could talk about trans things. If you're trans, you could talk about cis things. It's like, it's a two-way road. And basically he was basically saying that if you're not cis, don't talk about this because you're not trans. And I just had such a big problem with that. So I basically said, bet you can't say the same about me. Funny how the tables turn when teenage trannies prove you wrong. Tragic, really. And he basically went on to say, I don't need her cis opinion spread all over her followers thinking it's the truth. And we just went on and on and on. And basically the actual tweet that, or no, actually, I'll go into the thing that really pissed me off. Sorry, I'm all over the place.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
Okay, so basically, Ariel retweeted me when I, in a tweet, said the word tranny. And like, I forgot really what the tweet was, but I said tranny in that tweet. Ariel retweeted it. And then he had a huge problem with the word tranny, and he still has a huge problem with it. And so after she retweeted it, Chase said at Ariel Scarsal, no matter how many things you disagree, or no matter how many things we disagree on, we can just put it aside for 2 seconds. I saw you retweet London's tweet, and she uses the T word. The T word. From my experience, 96% of trans people hate this word, and it's very triggering. Yes, some trans people use it, and that's fine, but let's see, but whatever. I don't think anyone outside that group should be using it. I know you're not using it, but you retweeted it, which I feel with your very large audience might make some of your followers think it's okay to use. And this is the tweet that got me banned off Twitter for a day. And I said, this is so bad. I said, tranny, 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 tranny. You giving a negative connotation to a word and that at the end of the day, by definition, isn't derogatory, is a choice. You put yourself in a hole, honey bunches of hypocritical. And then I got banned.
I remember because I retweeted you as well because it was so funny. The honey bunches of like, okay. Yeah, so I retweeted it too, and I didn't see a problem with your tweet at all. I thought it was that's the whole point of when you're using a word, you're giving it power if you don't use it. And it reminds me, this is like a really weird to say, but like I watch Harry Potter. So, you know, people don't want to say Voldemort and because they're afraid of him, so they're not going to say the word. It's like it kind of reminds me of that. I know it's not exactly the same thing, but it's like
no,
yeah,
it's exactly that. Like people are just so scared to say that word. And like for me, that just gives the trans community like such a negative look. And the last thing I want is the trans community to be like a liability or people look down upon, because already people don't take us, you know, seriously in some kind of way and think they have to walk on eggshells to talk to us. And I'm like, I really don't want that. And so, you know, that's why I'm like, cis people can use tranny, and, you know, you should be able to ask whatever you want. And just so, and if, you know, you don't feel comfortable with it, you'll say something, but I don't feel like people should, you know, filter themselves around us. You know what I mean? And I definitely agree. Like words have as much power as you give it. And so, and I think it's all, I actually made a new video about this, but it's about context and intention. And with, especially with derogatory words, like if you use tranny in a derogatory way, I'll be like, okay, you know, fuck you. But in the tweet that I was tweeting all about, like I just said tranny to describe a trans person. And I don't think that's bad. I don't think calling a spade is bad.
Yeah, that first of all, that's true. And second of all, you are using a term that, like you said, you can use yourself. It's fine. Twitter suspended you. Did you happen to like try to get in contact with Twitter to say what the hell is going on here? Like, why was I suspended over something stupid?
Oh my gosh. Kind of, yeah. So basically when I got banned for a day, I kind of just said to Twitter, I got banned in an unjustified way. They never reached back to me. And I was just like, okay, I don't want to like, you know, at Twitter in like a separate tweet when I get my account back. So I was just kind of like, you know, cause it is really kind of scary because I don't know, especially to Twitter, you know, everything can be offensive and they don't look at, you know, context. They don't look at an intention. They just kind of look at, oh, you said the word, so, you know, you're banned. And if enough people report you and flag you, you're just banned. Like they don't look deep into it. And I think, and it is very hard for social media networks and stuff like that to look into every little individual thing. And I get it, but like you have accidents like this and you have things like this, and, you know, people could literally like sue you because of an unjustified thing that they did you. So I did reach out once, but then they never got back. So I was like, okay, let's just, you know, forget this. But it just shows you how flawed social medias are.
Yeah, I agree. And I think a few days later, like the same thing happened to Ella Grant.
Mm-hmm.
Like she got suspended as well for saying something about TERFs, and I was just like, what is going on here? Like this is like ridiculous, frankly, because like I said, you're using a word that, like, first of all, I don't know why Twitter gets suspended you. I don't know if they even knew you were trans yourself. I'm pretty sure they did. I don't know. But the whole thing about censorship is not just around Twitter. It's going on YouTube now, obviously. It's on Facebook. And I think you were talking recently about YouTube as well, that you were afraid of your channel being striked.
Yeah. Sorry, were you going to say something?
Oh, no, it's okay. You can go.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was curious about that because it's been happening to a few people as well. I think Bering lost his channel for a bit.
Yeah.
And it's kind of scary that people can just get upset with the littlest thing you said, suspend you on Twitter, and YouTube is like in a way our livelihood because this is what we do. This is what we love to do. And anyone could just get easily offended by one single thing you say, and they're going to try to strike you. So that's the thing. I think there's other networks as well that are less PC than YouTube. I just don't remember the names of them. But what do you think about YouTube and all these strikes going on?
It's really crazy. Like, especially, I don't know. I went on that rant because like, because one of my friends, Calvin Guerra, who's also a YouTuber, and he's been recently making anti-SJW content like me, and I really love his videos. But a couple of his videos got strikes, and it was 2 strikes. And you know how like the YouTube rule is. And for those who don't know what the YouTube rule is, basically if you get 3 strikes, you're out, like that kind of thing. And he has 2 now, and he got banned from YouTube and from making stuff on YouTube and uploading videos on YouTube for 2 weeks. And I was just thinking in my head, and I even said this to my boyfriend, like, he doesn't make half as bad as content, like, you know, not bad, but like offensive content. I'm very, you know, I can be very offensive. I can be very, it's all jokes, but like, we all know how social media tends to be with jokes, and especially offensive ones. So I'm just like, oh my God, if his stuff can get banned, and if he can get all this shit for like, saying what he says, which isn't as bad as me. Like, I've been flying under the radar for like quite some time now. And same with Ella. Like, imagine when we get, I guess, more and more popular and we grow more, you know, how we can get affected by that, basically. And it just kind of sucks, because also I ranted about how people can just, you know, report your channel and pretty much try to destroy you because they don't like you. It's not about because of the content itself. It's just that they don't like you as a person. And I just think that's such a hostile and bad way of going about things. And it's kind of sad. And I don't want to see YouTube kind of go in that direction. It's just, I don't want it to be like a war zone and a flagging place. And there's those, as you said, like, there's those other social media platforms that are less PC and more, you know, more about free speech. It's just, the sad part is that, you know, they're not popular and they're not up to speed with like Instagram and Facebook and YouTube yet. So it's like, I want to join all these other platforms. Like, it's so cool, but, you know, they're just not as popular. And like, I think I just definitely want a better platform. Like, I think YouTube and YouNow are probably the best platforms right now for free speech and for getting your ideas out, especially YouNow. But, you know, I feel like there just has to be some better ones out there. And as to sorry, I'm just going on and on.
No, it's okay. I'm listening.
Okay. Sorry, I ran.
A little. I just realized. Sorry.
It's all good. And for like the Ella thing, I just wanted to touch that for like a second, because like, she got banned like 2 days after I got banned. And, you know, she was responding to a TERF. And if you don't know what a TERF is, it's a trans exclusionary radical feminist. They basically think trans girls are all men and trans men are just betrayers of their kind. It's so funny. They go on rants and rants, like, oh my gosh. And I just recently made a video on a TERF, but she got banned, as you said, because she responded to a TERF. And I think she got banned because she used retarded. And that's something, I guess, and I understand that. But the thing is that, one, Twitter never realized and looked into what she was saying. If anything, they should be banning the TERF and what basically they were saying. But they didn't look into the TERF, and they also didn't look into Ella, I guess. And there's only so much, you know, you can do. But if you don't know Ella, and this is, by the way, not like private. She said this in live stream, so I wouldn't be like exposing her, but she has Asperger's. So like, if anybody can at least own up and say retarded, it's her. You know, as someone, you know, who goes through a form of mental retardation, it's like, you know, if by Twitter's own logic, you should be able to own derogatory words that you kind of were associated with, or like have been associated with the past, or, you know, whatever. If anything, by their logic, she should own that. And it's just a lot is just going on with Twitter, and it's such a problem that they don't look into the full context of everything, you know?
Yeah, they're pretty much looking at, like, I'm pretty sure they're putting all these like words that are bad on a list, and like, if anyone uses those terms, they just look at it immediately and just suspend it. Or someone like one of Chase Ross's maybe Chase Ross themselves or someone else happened to like get upset with what you said, which is pretty funny actually, because I don't see how it's even offensive in the least. But that's the whole point about being offended, is that if someone's offended, it's fine. Like, it's just like being angry, just like being happy. It's an expression. It's there, but you can't just make like, I'm offended, I'm going to do it. I'm going to like paint the town red because of it. This is not how it works, you know? And I don't know why people think that way. So if you want to use that word, go right ahead and use it. If they don't like it, then they don't have to like even look at your tweet. They can look away. That's just how it is. That's how free speech is as well. They don't have to follow you on Twitter. They don't have to look at your tweet. They can reply back and say they dislike it. But to like get so angry that they like report you to Twitter, it's like, I wonder what's going on in their head, truly. Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh, it's okay. I so agree. Like, you have the option. It's like, Oh my God. It's especially when I think about, and it gets me so aggravated when I think about this, but people literally took the time out of their day to report me and stuff like that. And it's just like, you had the two options. You had the one to just walk away and just be like, all right, I hate you or some shit, or like, fuck you, or like, and, you know, comment and say whatever and just go on with your life, or debate me. Sorry, can you hear my dog barking? He's really like,
I heard a bit like,
okay, sorry if that's like really bad.
no, I love
Um,
dogs. So
oh yeah, no, he's terrible though. But like, so it's with that just like boils my blood to the fullest extent, honestly. But it's also so it's that, and I just totally lost my train of thought.
it's all the dog's fault.
I literally blame him for everything. So it's that, and it's like, yeah, you kind of do have the choice just to like move on with this word. And you know, I was gonna say, like, you can absolutely be offended by the words I say, like, obviously. And you know, I might paint myself like a tough person who never gets offended and, you know, doesn't have like a problem with anything and nothing like can hurt me. But that's just like a lie. We all get offended. And, you know, if you don't like me using the word tranny, you know, or in front of you and stuff, you could like politely ask me, hey, don't use the word tranny or something like that. And, you know, depending on what setting, you know, if it's like a Twitter setting and they say, hey, stop using the tranny word forever, I'm going to be like, no, then just get off my Twitter. But like, you know, if I'm sitting across from you and I say tranny and you're just like, okay, hold up, bitch. Then I'll be like, okay, sorry. Cause you know, it's like a personal thing, a one-on-one thing. So, and I've said this before, like you can absolutely be offended by any derogatory word kind of thing. You know, you have every right to be offended by the word tranny. It's just like, don't limit other people's rights, especially in like a more public social setting. And so that's just my thing.
That's funny because that's 100% exactly the way I see it. Like if I'm in a, like for instance, just with comedy, if you're in a room and you're doing a comedy skit, if someone's offended by that joke, it's 50 people there. If one person's offended, the other half is not offended, then the other half anyway, and the other rest of the people are not offended, then you can leave. That's as it, but if it's on a personal level and I say something that offends the person, I don't mind saying, you know, look, I'm sorry, I won't use that word from now on. It's just on Twitter, it's like you have the option to leave as well. It's on Twitter. It's like a platform for everyone. You can't dictate who can say what you don't like or not. Because if that's the case, then we shouldn't even be on Twitter because the littlest things will offend people and like it's doing right now. And I really truly feel that. And what they don't get as well is that they don't see that. For instance, we're talking right now, and I just found out that you feel the same way. If you were on a personal level, you wouldn't say that. They don't see it that way though. That's how I perceive it. Because if they really try to listen to you and try to understand that, then at least they will go, oh, okay, I can get that at least. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just makes a lot of sense that way. And that's why I don't know why people are not open to dialogue and to actually try to understand the other person. They just immediately block them or they immediately like report them to like Twitter or something. It's like, why can't you talk to people? I don't understand why you can't just talk to someone like we're doing that right now. Anyway, so this has been happening on YouTube. It's been happening on Twitter, even Facebook and Instagram. I remember it was Kathy Zhu, I believe is her name. She posted herself with a MAGA hat and she's doing the symbol, the OK symbol. And she got that picture was taken down. And it's like, I do not understand that either. So it's any picture that is this is offensive to people. It's an OK symbol.
Right. Yeah.
Symbols now too.
Right. Oh my gosh. So first of all, I love Kathy. She's amazing. Yeah, was it the hand symbol or was it like her hat that got her like
That's the thing. I see people with other hats as well, and they don't have. I think it's a combination. I believe. I think it was the combination of the hat and the OK symbol, which is pretty funny because like I still don't know how this ended up being like a white supremacist symbol. I don't know how this originated because this is an OK symbol. So it always has been for me.
Yeah, I thought she was doing that because like Trump, you know, does that like does that like hand gesture all the time. So I just figured it was that, and it's just so crazy. I don't get a lot of these people who just go on flagging campaigns and all that kind of stuff, just trying to get people drag people down and stuff like that. It's just how much free time must you have to like try to flag everyone you don't like down? Like you must have like no life at all. So it's just crazy in that. And I think I did post something, like I reposted me doing the hand signal, and like in, you know, response to how Kathy got banned off of Instagram. And it's just so crazy how willing a lot of these social media platforms are just willing to, you know, limit other people. And it's just really sad to me to see it kind of devolve to this. I think it is getting better, but, you know, at the same time, I think we have like a long way to go. And I don't like this whole idea of just YouTube really going hard at trans creators and controversial creators. And it's just not fair to me. And another thing I think that kind of, I don't know if they're directly tied to YouTube, but VidCon recently just came out, and I'm gonna go to VidCon, by the way. So like, I cannot wait for that. But
oh my God, I wish I can go, but I just wanted to see you guys and everything, because like I've been following you guys for a while, and I'm just like, I'm gonna have to stay here and work.
Oh, where do you live? I mean, like, not creepy or anything.
It's like okay. I actually live in Canada, so I'm a Canadian, like Ella, but I live in the French part, so I'm in Montreal. I don't mind saying it. Like I was freaking out before. I'm like, should I say? But like it's on my Twitter, so I'm like, nah, fuck it. Like, I can't hide it. So I live in Montreal, and I'm working right now, so I don't have like the money to like travel or anything. And like, frankly, no one, like, funny enough, like my viewers, like the most of my viewers are from the States. So like, I find out I tried to figure out why. I think it's because I did some video on like gun control and stuff like that, and what I think about it. But like, other than that, I don't know why.
Yeah, I mean, that'll probably get like a whole bunch of people hooked. I remember after my like gun control video and like misconceptions about gun video, literally like I think every Texan subscribes to me now. I'm just kidding. But literally after all that, like all these military people started following me. I'm like, holy shit.
I find it funny because like I'm not even like one of those people that are like pro gun. Like I'm not that type of person. It's just I don't even think I would even own a gun. I'm just saying that I actually understand why someone would want to. And I never understood the whole gun control debate. And I made a video on it, and I tried to be fair too. Like I was actually thinking I was gonna get more hate, but I actually got more supportive viewers. So I found that really interesting. I'm not that big enough to receive that much hate, but so far I've gotten like more hate on Twitter. I've been called a pit mommy recently because I defended pit bulls. This guy retweeted me because I was like, he sounded so stupid. Like he was like the people outside that are saying like, oh, kill pit bulls and like they should be banned and everything. Like I was defending pit bulls, and they were like, you're a pit mommy, like, you know, shut the fuck up. And I'm like, so like what I did is I just started laughing at them. Like people would be like, shut the fuck up, and I would retweet them and going, haha, you're so funny. Like come up with something original. Yeah. Like I've been called ableist too, which is like funny how people get upset with Ella for saying retarded. I've been called ableist because I was I wrote, okay, this is like a tweet I did a while back. I did a tweet saying that there was a kid in my school like years ago, because I'm like older, much older than I look. And he was in a wheelchair and he couldn't write. So he had someone work with him. The issue I had is that the guy was giving him all the answers to everything. Like they wouldn't even work together, okay? And everyone, they would like go like, oh, hi, how are you? And I'm like, you don't treat him like that. That's how I see it. You don't treat someone like that. He's not retarded. He's a guy in a wheelchair, and you don't treat him like hi, like I don't like that. So I just tweeted that I found that ridiculous, and someone was like, oh my God, I can't believe you're such an ableist. I can't believe you're upset with him. He's probably a CEO right now. And I'm just like, do I give a shit? Like, I don't care. I'm just saying, like, I don't like how people I want people to be treated equally. First of all, I'm one of those people. So I don't think people should treat someone like shit because they're in a wheelchair, but don't treat them like over the top either. That's just my point of view. But I'm an ableist for that. So, okay. And everyone like was retweeting like me again. I spit again. I just realized. Okay. And I was like, what the hell? Like, what's wrong with you? He unfollowed me because he followed me for some odd reason. He unfollowed me after. I don't know if he's still following my YouTube account or something. It's like over one thing I said. He just like went crazy. And then he's like, what, you want to take away wheelchair access ramps? And I'm like, I never said that. What the fuck?
You're being called ableist for defending a disabled person. Like,
Right.
anything to piss these people off at this point.
I didn't even, and to be perfectly honest, I didn't even like the guy because every time he saw me, he rolled his eyes. So I'm like, okay, and I'm still defending him. I've been called an ableist so far. I've been called alt-right by my father. I'm not joking.
What?
I'm not joking.
You are in Canada.
Yeah, right. And I found it funny when Ella Grant did something and she said that her mother called her racist, and I was just like, oh, geez. Girl, I totally understand.
You relate on like a personal, oh my God.
It's so strange. Like, I don't understand how people get to this point. And like, I don't know what you've been called so far. Like, I can't even imagine. I think we've been called everything under the sun so far, just for like making YouTube videos.
Like, I was called like transphobic, racist, just like everything under the sun. Like, it's so bad. But I mean, it doesn't even get to me because I know I'm not racist. I know I'm not transphobic. I know I'm not like anything that they paint me out to be. They're just very ignorant. And I'm very good at filtering out those comments, luckily. And you know, the more you dive into YouTube and like the more popular you'll just see a bunch of like comments. And like, I think I'm at like 15K now. And like, I think after like 10K, I was like, all right, I cannot keep up. Like, I used to argue all the time with people in the comments, and now I'm just kind of like, all right, you do you. I can't with this anymore. But once in a while I'll see a comment, I'll just be like, okay, I have to respond. But
that happened to me too. Like, I think I came home from work one day, and this is like going on for several days. Like, it was something else that they called me an ableist for. I came back home and I got like 30 like messages from different people all at once when I came back home and looked at my Twitter. And I was looking at it, people were calling me names and everything, and I'm just like, holy fuck is this? And I was actually trying to like talk to a few people to try to understand where they're coming from, but I just gave up after that. I'm like, I'm not talking to 30 people that are calling me names. You know, I don't have time for this shit. And after a while, I stopped doing that. Even people would give me mean like comments. Like the first mean comment I got on YouTube was, "You're a fat whale. Go make me a sandwich." And I'm like,
what?
And I was like, first of all, go make me a sandwich. I wrote, no, thank you. And then he's like, you're a fat whale. And I'm like, excuse me, I'm a fat catfish. So you got to get it right. But I'm like, I just write like that. And I tell everyone else, I'm like, if anyone writes to you, I swear to God, don't even argue with them if they're going to call you names. Just make up some like funny thing back to them. It's going to piss them off. Oh, even say the most randomest shit. If someone says, fuck you, Miss London or something, you just say banana. Just like right back to them saying banana. I swear to God.
I literally do that all the time. Like, there was this one dude who was like, you're a fucking cunt. And I'm just like, I got to make up for what I don't have. It was so crazy. And like, I love doing that. And I make fun of myself all the time. And it's like so funny because when you make fun of yourself, people like look at you, the people that send the hate comments look at you in a totally different way. And just like, oh, and it's even more, I love these kind of comments, but they'll be like, you're a fucking fat bitch or some shit, or you have a dick, or some shit like that. And then I'll reply and then they'll be like, oh my God, I love your content. You're so sweet. You're my favorite. Yeah. They'll do a 360 just because they knew I fucking caught them. It's so hilarious. They don't think I see comments, but like I look at every comment.
Oh my God. Well, it's funny because like I think I got like a message or something, and it was like, you need to be saved by God or something. Like, I don't remember, something like that. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And it's like, you don't have much time left. I was like, what is this? Is this like a threat? Like, it freaked the hell out of me. Like, this is like the weirdest shit I got. I haven't gotten much like so far lately. I'm surprised. I've only gotten a lot of positives so far. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, but I know like if I get more views as time goes on, like I'm gonna get so much hate. Like, oh yeah, call me shit.
Yeah.
Call me fat whale.
Let all the fat whale.
I did lose weight, I have to admit, but I wasn't even that fat in my last video. Like, seriously,
girl, like, you look good.
I look amazing.
I'm trying to gain weight. Like, I'm not anorexic or anything like that, but like I just want to gain weight.
Well, you have to think about it. The gaining weight, it has to go in the best parts, because for me, when I gain weight, it gets in my stomach and my legs. It never goes in the right spaces.
Oh, I'm so
I hate
sorry.
it.
Yeah,
Well, that's why I try to jog as much as possible, but I've been too lazy lately. So
I definitely feel. Well, you look good, girl.
thanks.
You definitely look good. I was actually like gonna. Oh wait, should I? Okay, I had this thing with VidCon. I think it was just like you should see VidCon's lineup of LGBT people. They're all fucking left wing. They're all. It's literally like Chase Ross, Ash Hardell, all that, and Cat Black, and just like literally everybody that's like so like you know anti PC and just like as left leaning as possible. Of course, they got those. So I just wanted to get that out of the way.
Oh God, no. Good
And
luck.
thank you. Oof, I should crash that party. I really should.
You actually should, because like Allah's gonna be there too, right?
Yeah, we're gonna be roommates.
Oh my God. Okay. So you guys should like, you know what you should do? You just like walk in like, okay, walk in like almost like the slow motion style. Just
Yeah,
walk
kick
in,
the
like flip
door
your hand and
down.
like,
Just get,
like
should get like
get
a
in there with like,
personal
yeah.
like, fan blower. Just like, all right, hold this fan as I kick this door down.
No, that has to be videoed though. That's the thing.
Yes, I have to get everybody to like videotape. Just like, hey, y'all's balls. Someone get the smoke machine too, please. I need an
Oh
entrance.
God. Oh God. I gave you an idea. That's great.
I know.
If you actually do that, I'm gonna like laugh. I'm gonna die laughing. Like
Yeah.
that's the thing. Like VidCon, like I've never been to any of these. I've never been to like any of these events. It's funny. Like I wanted to do YouTube like years ago, but I was just too nervous.
Yeah.
So I think I started last year, late November. Like,
wow. So you're pretty like new, I guess.
like really new. Like I only have like 164 subs, and I was surprised I got that much because I thought I was just gonna be like staying at 54. Because like I was shit. Like I didn't have a proper microphone at first. I didn't have a proper video camera. Nothing. It was like
Yeah, and I think you'll get definitely more subscribers after this. But it's like, yeah, just the more videos you post and everything that you do, and like you'll have like a couple, lucky videos, and you'll have like a couple lucky run-ins and stuff like that. And you're just gonna like the more you're at it, like I noticed, oh my God, I remember I literally vividly remember when I was at 4 subscribers and just like so hyped that I got 4, like for some reason I pictured it like 4 people in a room. Like that's a party, yo. But like as my numbers went up and the more people I met, and the not a social climber though, I swear, but just the more people that I collabed with and met, and like people like Calvin, Ella, Blair White, all that kind of people that I've met through that is just like, it's so amazing. And I don't, as much as YouTube's flawed in many ways, I love this platform so much, and it like really means everything to me. And I literally met so many amazing people, and so will you. Like I fucking met you, and like, you're just gonna blast off from there.
thank you.
Oh, of course.
Well, I was liking YouTube for that as well, because like it actually made me feel so much better about because I had anxiety. Well, I still have anxiety, just like socially. So like I didn't even like going out of my house, like people staring at me. So YouTube really helped with that, and then I ended up getting a job where I actually have to talk, like I'm a receptionist. So then that's like another freaking thing. Like I'm literally doing like talking to people all the time. And like I met great people too. Obviously I met you, I met Ella, I've talked Barbara as well. And Barbara like talked about my channel as well. So it's like it's really awesome. And like Hunter retweeted my videos, like one of my videos, and I was like, oh my God.
Hunter Avalone?
Yeah.
That's crazy. He actually lives like 45 minutes away from me. Like I didn't stalk him, I swear, but like I know he lives in Frederick, which is like 45 minutes away from me. And like that's so cool, but like he's amazing. I love him. And yeah, you'll just get like those lucky run-ins. Like I don't know how to explain it. You'll just get those lucky run-ins, and like holy shit, they make like your life change.
You gotta meet him though. Like if you live 45 minutes away from him, you just go to the grocery store and be like, oh my God, is that
Hunter Avalone?
Oh my God, I can't believe it's you.
Literally, I think I'll see him at VidCon hopefully, and then I'll be like, hi, I live in Frederick, let's collab.
Yeah, exactly.
Or I don't live in Frederick, I live near Baltimore. That gets burned down all the time, but that's okay.
I remember Blair tweeted about seeing Justin Bieber when she was like doing a jog or something.
Oh my God.
You don't remember that?
No, but goals.
It was so funny. She's walking. He saw her and he's like, he's looking at her. So I think like they recognized each other, and I found that so hilarious. I was like, I wouldn't personally want to meet Justin Bieber. I just Shawn Mendes, yeah.
Oh my God. I met Lady Gaga and she's so cute.
What?
Yeah, like she was in New York and like I just watched her after a show and there's like this backstage thing and like I waited for her outside and with all these people and then she came up to me and she just like looked at me for some reason. I don't know why she looked at me like that. She was like either really impressed with how I looked or really disgusted. Like, what the fuck? Is that a boy or a girl? But I ended up taking a picture with her and she's like 5'1". It's so crazy.
She's so short.
It's so,
oh my God. Okay, you're not gonna believe who I met. Like
who?
This was like I think it was in 2009 because I was volunteering somewhere, and that's how I met him.
Who?
Justin Trudeau.
Oh my God.
And I have to admit, that was the time I liked him, and I found him incredibly good looking and everything. And
looks, I'll give him that.
No, I actually like the funny thing is because I really dislike him right now, I can't even see his charm anymore. Like I have to admit he has a great butt, but like other than that, like, I do not see his charm. I look at him and I'm just like, mm-mm. Even Ella, she's like, oh man, look at him. And I showed her a picture of him looking all ugly. I'm like, yeah, you find this hot? She's freaking ugly now. Because I even voted for him and I made a total thing about that and how wrong I felt. Anyway, I met him, I shook his hand, and I melted inside. And now I'm like, oh, whatever, I don't care.
Yeah. Oh my God. Like literally, I didn't hear much about him. So I didn't really like mind him at first until he just says the dumbest things. I remember he said something like, if you get in a fight and kill the person, that person who died wins. Like something along the, and I'm like, dude, they're fucking dead. Like I'm alive. How could you say? Like it was the dumbest thing, and his reasoning was like because you had to resort to killing or something. Like you're fucking dead. Like I want it. It's
like the people kind part. Oh my God, I freaking died when he said people kind. He was like, I just look at the back of it. He's like, okay, we say people kind here, and I'm like, what?
Isn't he the same dude as like birthing individuals or something like that? Like you can't say pregnant women. You got to say birthing individuals.
Oh God.
Probably. That sounds a lot like him. But
I swear, sometimes I just want to like bitch slap him because he's just so ridiculous. Can't even say things right. Like he's going like, and I'm like, what? Get out, spit it out, dude. Like he's so stupid.
Like
he's crying, and I'm like, oh frick. So now what I do is like I'm like every time like I can go like this too. I could be like every time I clap, Justin Trudeau is crying.
Literally, like. I'm not a politician, and I know as a politician, I'd like literally be like that. Like, cause when I was a kid, I had such a bad stutter, and it still goes on. But like, when you're a politician, don't like be well spoken and like crying. Like, I get it if it's for like effect one day or something like that, or you're actually crying. But like, every time you cry, it's like get over it. I mean, if I were in Canada, I'd cry too. But like. I feel bad for you and Ella. Like y'all must be. I mean,
I want to move eventually, but I'm too broke too. So
it is so expensive to move, especially from like Canada to the US. It's crazy.
Yeah, and the good thing about Montreal is that it's like I have 2 languages at least, so that's pretty awesome. And
oh, you speak French?
Yeah.
Oh,
I have to too in my way. Bonjour, comment ça va?
Ça va, merci à toi.
Oh, you speak a bit. Yay. That's awesome. Because like I have to speak it at work, and I'm an Anglophone, so like I was born here too, but like I went to English school, but I know French. It's just sometimes I'm not the best at it. And I stutter too. I have a bad stuttering problem. Like it's not obvious here, but like at times it is, especially when I'm doing French and I'm nervous. Oh. So I can be on the phone and I can be like, and they're like, you can speak English, right? And I'm like, okay.
Oh, poor thing.
I'm like, okay, I can speak French, but like they just assume I can't because I'm like, well, fuck it.
Oh, no, that's so bad. It's okay. I barely speak any French. Like I just know that, and I just know that, and then I know a lot of like Portuguese bad words.
Okay, you gotta give me those. Because, like, I think in Russian it's suka means bitch. I don't remember.
Damn, I'll have to say that
Suka?
now because I do like this Russian accent, like hello, I'm wonderful, so now I have to say suka. What sometimes like I'll be just in the road and I have such bad road rage and I'll be like, "Ay, puti bari vreda puta kalomno karadio." I think kalomno karadio actually means it's fucking hot, but like I just say a bunch of random words that nobody knows.
You can do that, and like people would actually think you're like saying something bad. It's like
Yeah. Sometimes I'll even do it in French. Sometimes I'll be like, "Ah, ça va pas la tête."
I actually like the French swear words from France more. Like they would say stuff like putain and merde, but like here it's like mange la merde, tabarnak, esti, and I'm like, oh god, I can't stand it.
Oh my god, it sounds so romantic when they do like ah putain de merde. Like it sounds like I love you or something, but no, it's like they're cursing you out.
Believe me, I like French from France so much better than the French here, and I hate to sound insulting. I'm not trying to sound insulting, but I just do not like it. I guess it's because I lived here all my life. I have a friend in France that seems to like she came here and she's like, oh, it's so beautiful the way they speak, and I'm like, what? You guys sound so much better. You guys sound like you're in like they sound like they're stuck in a 60s art film, in like romantic art film. That's like how it sounds. It sounds so amazing. And like here it's like, well, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, that's literally how it is. And it's like it's for Germans, for Germans and Russians, it's the other way around. Like they could be like saying I love you so much, and it sounds like I want to fucking like rip your face off. It's so bad.
Isn't that with German too? Like German, like oh god, I find German and Arabic is like the biggest, like the hardest languages. I'm pretty sure. Like
yeah.
I do not even know how to like, because I suck at languages and I know a bit of Korean. Like I can do, like, okay, I can't pronounce it well, but I'm like, 안녕하세요, 반갑습니다, and like I know a bit like "ne hao ma" is hello in Cantonese. "Xie xie" means thank you, but I can't pronounce it very well. But like I know a few things. I'm just like my pronunciation sucks, even in English because I had I used to have like a speech impediment problem. Like I would say like I can't pronounce R's. I would pronounce them like W's. So I would be like, instead of like restaurant, I would say restaurant.
Oh.
It's cute when you're like a little 5-year-old kid, like restaurant, but it's not cute when you're like in your like adults and they're like
right. Oh, yeah, I used to have let's see. I just used to have like just a bad stutter and like I could not say like a single thing, but like it got better over time. And yeah, it kind of just got better and I'm so glad it did. You kind of like grow out of it, I guess, but
yeah, you have to practice it too. Like I had to practice in front of the mirror. I had to record myself. And I'm still not like, if I talk too fast, it's gonna come out. But like I can't help it. I do everything fast. I type fast. I talk fast. I'm well, not as fast as Ben Shapiro or anything, but like God, that guy's like a machine.
Oh my
but
god.
like, you know, I was gonna talk to you about that. Like, remember that Roseanne thing? That's another thing about censorship. What is your take on that? Because I have so much to say about Roseanne. Is it Roseanne?
Something like that, Roseanne.
I don't even know. I don't like the show, so I'm like,
yeah, I heard like a little bit about it, and like it's she's a very edgy person, and I think at the end of the day it was a bad joke. It was like, and I just think she didn't do the research, and like she literally probably didn't even know the girl she was talking about was like black in any way, because you know I wouldn't have known had I not had that context. You know, I think it was just a bad joke, and you know, I don't agree with them shutting down her show completely, but I guess they can because it's the network. But I don't know. There's some lines you just don't cross. And with, you know, I guess, you know, I'm not saying that it's necessarily like a bad thing. I believe you should say like whatever you want and leave the past in the past kind of deal, and, you know, context and intention. But, you know, it's in this new 2018 culture, and it's with this new, I guess, Western culture that like, you know, if you compare a person of color to a monkey, you're just, you know, you're going to be called racist. So I think she should have at least done a little bit more research with that, possibly if she could. And, you know, I just kind of expected the backlash, and I feel bad for her, really. Because I think, we all make jokes that like don't land, and we all make jokes that are just like, oh, I shouldn't have said that. Like, for example, me and Theron Meyer, like I totally made fun of her at the end, and like, I made fun of her like the whole video, but at the end it was just so bad, and I was like, oh my God, this is cringy and bad, and it didn't land, and I wish I never said that. I wish I could just block it out of the video, but I can't. So we all make those jokes. It's just really got hit hard, and I think she should have like, at least scoped out like her environment and kind of like been like, all right, should I say this? Should I not? So
yeah, and she blamed it on her pills or something, I think. Valium or...
yeah, it's like, and I actually do get, and I think that could have been the reason, but and some people might be willing to go out of their way to be like, yeah, that they do make you unfiltered, but she did say it, and it's sad, but we do live in this world that is just like offended by everything. So I feel bad for her, and I don't totally blame her, but actions have consequences, and whatever she could have done to prevent it, I wish she had, if she could, but I don't know. Hopefully she picks up from after that.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
Well, actually, like you, I had no idea she was even Black. When I look at her, she looked more Hispanic. And everyone was saying, well, look at it. Like, people like Michael Phelps, George W. Bush, Donald Trump were, like, people would say they look like monkeys as well. Like, people would say Donald Trump looks like an orangutan. Can I say orangutan? I can't even say it right. And people would say all these things. But as soon as it's a person of color they say it to, then it's perceived as racist. And I get the connotation, like I completely get that, but it's like there's a double standard there. It's like, well, if you can't say it to her, then why is it okay to say it to a white person? I think it's incredibly, to be honest, it's just rude in general to anyone to say those things. And she may very well have said it on those pills, because it's like drunk tweeting, for instance. Like, she could have said something when she was drunk that didn't fly. I feel sorry, not really only for her, I feel sorry for the people that, the whole production itself, the other actors, the people involved with the production. I just felt so sorry for them. This is like such a sad thing, because someone couldn't keep their mouth shut. But I mean, if what I didn't get though is the see, there's my stutter coming back. The hypocrisy. Oh my God. Okay, the hypocrisy of it all, because it's not. It was so shut down so quickly. I do not understand that part. It was shut down so quickly. I don't understand how there's other shows that have been on longer when there's people who actually, for instance, that did sexual assault, and their shows are still on Netflix. Their shows are still on the air, things like that. I do not get that. But the minute someone tweets something idiotic, that or a joke that didn't fly, she's immediately canceled.
Yeah, I think you really brought up like a really good point, that when it comes to people like Ivanka and, right, maybe not even necessarily right-leaning people, but when it becomes to the right, the left can make fun of anybody and get away with it. If you're calling Trump an orangutan, or if you're calling Ivanka a dirty slut, or like, I've seen horrid things about her. And like, I don't think she's doing a lot as the first lady, but I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. She's very talented. Like, she speaks all kinds of languages. She's beautiful. She's like the epitome of femininity. Whoa, that's a word. Femininity. And like, she's, in my mind, like a really great person. And I think I feel, I really wish she capitalized more on that. But like, she gets so much hate. And it's like, if somebody said the same thing to Michelle, like called her a dirty slut or something like that, or a gold digger, everyone would call her racist. And they have been called racist. I've seen people say really nasty things about Michelle Obama too. But the second, they were called racist and all that kind of stuff, they were pretty much scrutinized after saying that, which I think is good to an extent, because I don't think you should be calling anybody that. But, it's like the second that it turns on Ivanka and, people say all kinds of stuff like that, Ivanka and Melania, I think I just confused both them up, but that's okay.
Yeah, I know. I was about to say it's Melania.
Melania speaks a lot of language. That's right. But I mean, even Ivanka too, like, gets a lot of hate. Like she gets so much hate. The whole family gets a lot of hate. But a lot of them, you know, if it's turned on them, you know, it's okay. But if it's turned on, you know, leftists, it's just the worst thing ever. And it's such a double standard. Like, just don't be a dick. Here's some advice, y'all. Don't be a dick.
I know it's hard for people not to like not be a dick. That I'm being perfectly honest. I think some people have it in their mind that they have to be one. Like even for Michelle Obama, like let's be honest, like you don't have to think she's pretty. And you can even vocalize that you didn't think she was pretty. I think Melania is, in my opinion, much prettier. I didn't even have to say that, but this is how I feel. But the people that they were even calling her monkey or something like that.
Yeah.
And I thought that was incredibly rude. You don't, and she doesn't have to be the prettiest person. She's the first lady. The first lady shouldn't represent beauty. She's not like a beauty contestant. Which, oh my god, we should talk about that too. Oh my god, the beauty thing where they took out bikinis now, so you can't even wear bikinis in the beauty pageant apparently.
Hashtag slut lives matter.
And I saw your and Blair's tweet to Susanna. And I actually have to agree with you guys because I can understand where Susanna's coming from, like but like that conservative type side, it just sounds so old fashioned. And let's face it, conservatism has changed very rapidly, especially in the last few years, especially during Trump's presidency. I just feel like it changed a lot. And I think she's kind of looking at it as a really old fashioned way. I don't think bikinis are something that, like, I mean, it's bikinis. Like, people go to the beach with them, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I don't get it, how this is, like, such a big deal. And to be perfectly honest, I never even got involved with, like, the beauty pageants. I never liked the idea of them, to be honest. I just think it's ridiculous. But if that's what people want to do, they should go ahead and do it. I think the bikini portion, there was nothing seriously wrong with that at all. If it's a beauty pageant, they're going to have different sides of the beauty. They're going to wear dresses. They're going to wear like bikinis, or they're going to dress something else like casual, or I don't know. They're going to do all these different factors. So I don't know why it even got to the point where they had to take that out.
Yeah, I've been in like the model world for a bit. When I was a kid, I tried out for like a bunch of modeling stuff, and I have an idea of that world. And basically, when you're a model, you know, you put your body out there, and basically kind of it's really sick and it's really twisted in a way, but like the company that you're with kind of owns your body. And it's like kind of the same thing with pageants. It's like when you're with this pageant, you agree to show your body off. And I've been in pageants before, and you agree to show, you know, what you got basically, because when you represent whatever it is, Miss America, Miss Universe, Miss Texas, Miss Maryland, you know, Miss Canada, whatever, like Miss Montreal, if that's even a thing. But like, if it's like it's when you put your body out there, you know, that's kind of what pageant is. And so when they got rid of that, I was just like, it's a pageant. Like, it's kind of a part of the rules that when you'll wear a certain amount of clothes, like you'll wear very heavy clothes, you'll wear beautiful dresses, and you'll also wear very light clothes and very you'll be showing skin, you won't be showing skin. It's like it covers everything. And I just think, you know, it's such a double standard, especially because they're feminists. It's like they do all kinds of like slut walks and shit like that. And, you know, they strip in the street with like slut written on them. And it's like, okay, so that's feminism, but it's also apparently feminism to ban this kind of stuff. It's like feminism to show your body, and it's feminism to not. And it's like, you know,
it's because you have to have the flab. If you don't have the flab and you have like nice body, it's like it's bad apparently.
Like I just can't wrap my head around it. It's just really it's just really dumb. You know, the whole bikini thing has been around since like it's like they kind of in a way give a negative connotation to bikinis and to being, you know, very it's like almost like Middle East kind of vibe when I see it, because it's like what, do you want me to go to the beach in like a morph suit or like a burqa or some shit? No, you're going to go to the beach in like a fucking bikini. And it's just, they treat it as such an unnatural thing and like such a thing that like, oh my God, you're making these women wear bikinis. Like, first of all, they signed up for that. Second of all, it's the most natural thing possible. Not natural as in like I'm almost naked, but natural as in like literally everybody has worn a bikini, like, or like a swimsuit or just, swimwear in general. So like to treat that as if it's like a bad thing, by their own logic isn't feminism.
Yeah, I agree. I don't get it too. It's because isn't it showing off the clothes as well? I mean, it's not necessarily modeling in a sense, but in a way it is because you're going up there. It's about you, but it's about the products you're wearing as well. It's about the dress you're wearing. Does she have a nice dress? Does she have the nice bikini? It's about what you're wearing. I don't understand how this is such a big deal to them. And like you said, it's true. They go outside, they wear a bikini, and they go outside with like their stomach hanging out with slut written on it. Oh yeah, and like there was that woman. I remember that she wore like caution tape all around her and like a bikini style. And like if they can do that, I don't see how it's wrong to go on stage and do it. The other thing I don't understand about feminism too is that why are they preaching that? Like these women, like you said, willingly go up and do it. They are not forced to do it. They want to do it themselves. There's no patriarchy forcing them to do that. They want to do it. So they have the choice to do it. The same way people have the choice to go in a music video and shake their butt like and twerk.
Yeah.
I don't know why I got Justin Trudeau shaking his butt in my head. Oh God.
Just the thought of that.
I just said his butt.
Somebody in the chat, I was like watching and they're just like, you should have smacked his butt. I was like, oh.
Oh God, I saw it too.
Oh my, it was so hilarious. But like it's just so bad. It's like basically it's almost like a stripper that, is told to cover up and shit like that. But because, feminism, but they signed up for it. It's like, or it's like a stripper that signed up to be a stripper, but is not stripping. Like it's kind of their job. And you sign up for these things. It's like you go into these, oh, it's so bad. It's so cringy. It's like you go into these things knowing what you're getting yourself into, but, feminism and, it's not correct to objectify and and put your body out there. Oh my God, it's so bad.
And what I don't understand too is that they're trying to get away from the idea of people being sexualized. Well, in a way we are because I think there was a tweet about boobs being sexualized, and I don't understand why this is so hard to believe. Is that it's not just men. There's also lesbians, bisexuals that would find boobs attractive. Even people that aren't really sexually attracted to boobs, they still find them attractive. It's an attractive trait on a person, and they are sexualized. I mean, come on, there's nipples on them and they're poking out. They're just like, oh, it's just a big blob of sweat. No, I mean a big blob of whatever, and they just think it's that. Like, well, no, like think about it. Like, there's certain aspects of our bodies that can make people feel attracted. I don't understand how this is so hard to believe. And if someone is attracted to it, I don't see how that's a big problem. If you're going to, for instance, show like your cleavage, there's going to be people staring. Like, you can't take people's eyes out.
Yeah.
I really highly don't recommend people to do that. Just take the fact that, like, if you're going to show, it's not victim blaming either. It's like, if you're going to show your boobs, then people are going to look at your boobs and you're going to have to accept it because you can't police people's eyes. If they're going to try to touch it, from, like, obviously that's a bad thing. And like, but like the staring thing pisses them off. It's like, well, if you don't like being stared at, why are you doing that?
Right.
It's like, what is that? There was that video of the woman walking down the street and people were like, hey, beautiful. And if she was walking down for 10 hours, down to specific streets where there was like, more likely going to be, like, it was so set up. It was ridiculous. There's people saying, hey, beautiful, what you doing? And it's like, and that bothered her. And it's like, and they were making a whole deal about catcalling. So like, I want to get your opinion on that too, about catcalling. Like, where's the line where it comes off completely inappropriate?
Okay, little story time, I guess. So I don't know, it's just kind of something that happens in my, not everyday life, but something that just kind of happens on the occasion. Like if you know me well, you know that, like, you don't even have to know me well actually, but like, I dress pretty provocatively. And I go out into the streets in Baltimore sometimes, and like, or I just go out in general, and I'll be catcalled, I'll be looked at, but and it never really bothered me. And there's sometimes where it was like creepy, and I actually always get creeped out because I was walking down the street one day, and then this dude just like pulled up to me and it was just like, "Hey, could I get your number?" And I'm like, "No, fuck off." So yeah, it was really creepy, and I got so shook after that. But like, in my head, I was like, well, you're kind of dressing like this, and not saying I'm like asking for like anything like that, but I know people well enough to say, like, if I have my tits out or if I have like, a crop top on, people are gonna look. And it is creepy. And like, the thing is, I understand where these people are coming from. It's creepy. It feels violating. And it kind of can be violating, at some points, but they're not committing a crime, they're not doing anything. If you it will happen mostly to women, yes, but that's just a natural thing. You can't really do anything about that. Women have more parts that are sexualized than parts of a man. And so if I go out in the streets, I will look a certain way, and I just kind of like, especially if I'm wearing a dress or something, I'm just prepared. Like I just kind of prepare myself to like be looked at and stuff like that. And sometimes I like it. I'm an attention queen. I love being looked at. So like, I get ready for that. But it is kind of odd though when I'm just like wearing the nastiest thing ever, have my hair up, have no makeup on, and people still like stare at me. And I mean, I guess it's kind of flattering, but I'm just like, why? I look gross. I look like a fucking dog right now. But it is kind of just life. And as long as they don't touch you, as long as they're not too creepy and stalk you and shit, like, you just kind of have to be ready for shit like that. And it's just kind of how life works. There's disgusting people, there's stupid people, but that's life.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say that too, is that story time for myself too.
Ooh.
There was a guy that, this was like years ago. I think I was a teenager too, but that's why it really creeped me out. And I was wearing a top like this, and I was sitting with my sister, and we were sitting in the metro, and a guy turned around, like a middle-aged dude, turned around, saw me, went up to like a few paces in front of me, and just like stared at me like this.
Oh.
And I was like, what the fuck? And I was like freaking out, and my sister's like, "Can I help you?" And he's like, "Eh." And I'm like, what the fuck? We just got up and left, and he like immediately turned around after. But like, it really creeped me out. And I got followed before. I got jumped once. Like, this stuff freaks me out. And I think there was like that one thing where the guy sat next to me, wouldn't stop staring at me, like this close to me, like on the seat next to me. And then he started touching his like area.
Oh,
Dude, no.
that.
Like, I was frozen. Like, it really freaked me out. Like, this stuff happens. Like, I think it's disgusting as hell. And I want women and men to be encouraged to stand up for themselves more when it comes to that stuff. But at the end of the day, like, it's true, we can't stop people from staring. That kind of stuff is inappropriate. But like, staring thing, that's not. And saying "Hey, beautiful" is like a different story too. Like, I had people come up to me to say, "Oh, I just wanted to say that I think you're really pretty." And it's like, "Oh, thanks." But like, don't follow me after. Okay? Like,
Yeah.
if you're gonna follow me, like, that's gonna be freaking. That's gonna be freaky. And it happened to my sister too. Someone followed her back home and stuff. So like, that kind of stuff is freaky. So that's the boundaries. Like, if it comes to stalking and it comes to like someone actually like touching someone, like that, I would say is like ridiculous and horrible. But like, what I don't understand is that when people like with the hashtag Me Too, is that you see some really scary stories, like some serious stuff, and then the other side is like, oh, this person said I was like said he wanted to grab my pussy, like Donald Trump thing. And I'm not saying that's like nothing like horrible or anything. It is disgusting, but it's not the same as someone who actually went through something like someone physically forced upon them. You know what I mean? So it's like catcalling to me. I feel like flattered sometimes, and sometimes I don't like it. So because I'm not much of an, as a YouTuber, I'm not much of an attention seeking person. I don't get how I can't. It sounds weird saying that, but I don't like being stared at. I really don't.
Mm-hmm.
Why am I here? I don't know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's It's really, really something. It's I think people need to be more educated on like, what's actually illegal and what's creepy and what you should report and stuff like that. And the lines get very, very blurry, especially from everyone calling everything rape. It's just like it's really, really really bad. And a lot of people aren't educated on what's, right and what's wrong and all this kind of stuff. So, I think it's all about people educating themselves and being like, okay, they can do this. They can legally stare at me. Doesn't mean I should be okay with it. It's just like, there's not much you can do except for saying please stop. But like, if it's when it comes to actually illegal things, I think people should, you know, know the difference. That goes for like both extremes. Like you shouldn't be too lenient. Like I tend to be a little bit too lenient, and that might be getting me screwed one day because somebody might actually be doing something illegal that I don't know, or that I don't know about, especially if it's like stalking or something like that. But the lines get really blurry, and I think people should just educate themselves on that kind of stuff, and know the difference between it's okay to catcall me, it's okay to do this, that, and the other, and it's okay to stare at me, but it's not okay to stalk me for a long time and try to figure out where I live and try to do this. And I think once a lot of people know the difference and educate themselves on the differences between that, they'll kind of, in a way, feel safer. Not to mention, I'm very strong supporter of the Second Amendment, and I think you should be carrying some kind of way of self-defense around just anywhere in general. Like, I wish I could be able to carry like a fucking pocket knife, a taser around wherever I go. That would make me feel safer. And I feel like a lot of these cases where people get jumped and people get raped and people get stolen and stuff like that would have, really benefit, and would happen less if they had means of self-defense. And especially in Canada, I was educated by Ella on this. Somebody could try to mug you in an alley, and if you had a means of self-defense on you to defend you from that person, you will go to or something like you'll go to jail, and the other person will be like, oh, scot-free.
Yeah, I was gonna tell you about that actually, is that we can't even carry pepper spray. That's illegal here. So I can't carry a gun, I can't carry a taser, I can't carry pepper spray. So I took a few courses because I worked in like two places for the past few years. I worked in martial arts school, so I learned a few things. So I was like, okay, that's great, but like I'm kind of nervous. Like, what would happen if someone actually came up to me and they had like a weapon? Um, it's I mean, Montreal is like fairly safe considering. I mean, the most we have, well, let's be honest here. Sometimes there's the mafia, okay,
Right.
and we find someone who's been beaten to death in a park, or like someone got shot, and you can tell from the not from a mafia. But like, there's crazy people out there once in a while that would like just one guy got stabbed, like just walking down with his father, like some random guy stabbed him, like so things like that really freak me out. Um, and I want to get people to like understand that it's okay to protect yourself, at least as in martial arts. When feminists got upset when I think it was Miss Universe or something, she was a black belt in Taekwondo, and they got upset with her when she said it's important to learn how to defend yourself. They were like, no, just men should just not rape. It's like, why are you angry at her? It makes no sense. Um, yeah. So if I when I got jumped from behind. Like someone grabbed me like this,
Mm.
and like I had a feeling what it was gonna be. Let's just be honest here, because he didn't steal anything from me. I fought my way, and he dropped me and ran away. What pissed me off about the whole ordeal, and that's another thing when I come to like respecting cops and police officers, and I hate it when people say fuck the cops and all that crap,
Mm.
because when I was struggling and I was like waving my hand like this, a car passed by, it didn't stop, and when he dropped me and ran, two people saw me and saw him running and did nothing. I was crying and like they just walked by, and I'm like, what the freaking hell? I called the cops. A woman came out. She checked the back of my head to see if I was okay when he dropped me. I didn't have a good description of him because it happened from behind, and like another cop car showed up with two police officers, and they scanned the area. Then she drove me home, and she was super nice. And I know that everyone has different experiences with police officers, but it's kind of hard for me to take what people say because the fact that they helped me and no one else would, like, wow. Like, I have to say that's really something that really made me have just a different perspective than other people. So
Hmm.
it's just sad that a lot of people, it's not just like the people that need to defend themselves. Like, if they see something happening, they need to step up too, not just like do nothing. I just find that really ridiculous and it really hurt me actually. So I think other people have that as well. They have to really try to respect themselves and be there for other people too. It's common sense to me. I don't know if
Right. Yeah,
sad
definitely.
story time. Oh my
Oh,
god.
no,
Okay.
it's all good. Well, I'm so sorry you went through that. I can't imagine ever that happening to me. It's so scarring. And I'm just so sorry. And it's just, oh, I can't, I just picturing that in my mind. Like while you're saying that, I'm just like, if that ever happened to me, I literally wouldn't know what to do. And I'd be just as furious as you because nobody would help. And I feel like, especially in Canada, people are, I think, would be kind of scared to help because they're like, well, what if I break a law, self-defense kind of thing? And it's just really bad and it's really messed up. And, especially in Canada, as I said, like you can't really defend yourself. And it's just such a bad thing. And I'm just so sorry you went through that.
It's okay. It's happened like a few years ago, and it's like it bothers me to talk about it, but I'm okay.
Yeah,
It makes me realize, like, after that happened, I was like, oh, I have to go to self defense courses. I have to do something
right.
because I think it's important. I don't understand how we have these laws here, and just for the fact that I think it was in the UK, a man killed someone that came into his house. I think it was an elderly man, and he got in trouble for it
Mm,
for defending himself and his home. And I was just like, whoa, this is like ridiculous. I don't understand how this is such a thing right now. Like you're getting like this is how I feel, and I've always felt that way. If you're coming into my place, like, and I didn't invite you, obviously, you're
yeah.
going down. Like I'm gonna do anything because like I want to protect myself, and I have the right to protect myself. I don't understand how we don't have the right to protect our own self. It just makes no sense to me. And then people want to take that right from Americans. It's just I never
Right.
understood that.
It's not all killing is unjustified. I think that's the right way to say it. Like some killing is justified, and especially if they are breaking and entering, and which is first of all illegal. Second of all, it's it's like, what do they expect you to do? Just run away? It's humans naturally have, and all animals have a natural thing of fight or flight. And, sometimes we do have to fight. And the means to fight should be provided. And it's just sad. And it's just really sad to see Canada and other places like the UK fall to that kind of mindset of just this unnatural thing. I do have to go.
Okay, well, it was nice talking to you. I really enjoyed talking about the censorship and everything. Uh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna I'm just gonna stay by to read the comments after. So I wanted to thank Miss London for being on my channel. I really appreciated it, and I hope to go. I hope we do this again another time.
Yeah,
So let's
definitely.
hit me up anytime. We can collab or do anything. So that would be awesome.
100%. That would be everything. Thank you so much for having me on your channel. I only wish you the best, and you're so sweet and adorable.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much for inviting me. It was really amazing.
Okay, awesome. I enjoyed it too.
Oh, great. All right, I'll see you later.
Bye, Miss London.
Bye, bye, all y'all.
Y'all balls.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, guys, that was great. It was so great seeing Miss London on my channel. So I'm just going to read the comments very quickly. Hello, Angie. How's it going? MKC, welcome every pony. Checker Logic said, "Oh, I thought this was on London's channel." Yeah, I think a lot of people probably thought it was on London's channel. Hey, Aurora. Hello, Marco. How's it going? Good night. I have a Central German exam tomorrow, so I have to sleep. Okay. Thanks for tuning in. And she said, it's annoying that cis people police trans people's language. If they want to reclaim the word tranny, why can't they? Stop cisplaining. Yeah, I'm sorry for cisplaining. John said, Bering lost his YouTube because of his CBT oil sponsor. I have to look that up. I haven't heard about that. I don't know any non-PC alternatives to YouTube, but I know about alternatives to Twitter like Gab, which is mostly populated by Nazis. Seriously though. You know, I have to find something. I think I heard of something, but I don't remember the name of it. So if anyone knows the name of this like new one, I might try you now too eventually. Personally, I am not offended by the R word and I am on the spectrum. I don't let words bother me. Yeah, that's the thing. I really encourage people to not let words offend them. That's really important. I just created a Twitter account the other day. Thank you, Check Your Logic. You got to follow me if you haven't already. If you followed me already, just let me know and I'll follow you back because I have no idea if I did or not. Nihilistic Nacho said, good luck on a top surgery consultation, London. Yes, I'm really hoping that'll be going well. So, I don't think I should use retard, even though I myself have Asperger's. No, that's the thing, like, about personal choice. I think it's really important that people have a personal choice and to use whatever they feel is okay with them. I tend to let it slip sometimes when I get angry or frustrated. I'm very non-PC. Check Your Logic said, I called the I'm not racist video. Check Your Logic said, I've been called racist and sexist. Wow. I think we've all been called this at this point. Even like the nicest person in the world would be called stuff like this. I think it helps being mixed and bi and disabled. They can't accuse me of being these things. Well, like, let's face it, I got called ableist and I have borderline and anxiety, so I don't know why this is happening. Hey Christian, I'm glad you came to see me. You haven't been around for a while. I'm so happy. Should have grabbed his butt. I know, I should have grabbed Justin Trudeau's butt. Thank you. I was so glad you thought my French was okay. It's not feminine to be attractive and female. Miranda, sorry for not being around for a while. Apology accepted. I was listening to this sexual harassment thing and it was all just BS. I was the only one asking so many questions and comments. It's interesting. Check Your Logic said I know where London lives. Oh boy. Don't stalk her. Planet Earth. Legally, you have to tell them you have a weapon. Thank you, M. Casey. You guys did excellent. Thank you so much. I just checked out your channel, by the way. You're doing amazing. Woo! Thank you. I hope to get better. I have better equipment now. I have a better sound system. I have a better camera and everything. So I have better lighting too. It's all good. Oh, you didn't follow me yet. Did I? I'm going to check. Sometimes I don't, like, sometimes I think I'm following someone and I don't. I'm going to check right now, Cherry. I'm going to call you Cherry. You're not Jade. I swear to God, I'm following you. Okay. Oh my God. So sorry. I legit thought I was following you. I'm so sorry. Okay, I just followed you right now. I know it's awkward to ask here, but while you're reading comments, could we please collaborate sometime? I checked it out last week and I really like your videos. Thank you. I think we should. I really like that. I like talking to everyone. I think it's really important. If you have Twitter, let's see. If you want, you can DM me on, you can either write to me on YouTube or go on my Twitter and DM me. Let me know your Twitter. Let me know so I can add you. Because sometimes I legit think I'm following people and then I find out I'm not. So I'm really sorry about that. No, you did, but then I couldn't use that Twitter. I only have one video and it's really cheesy. It's okay. It's all good. My first videos were super cheesy. Like it was so bad. And I still have them up if anyone wants to see them. Like they're terrible. Like I don't have good quality system and everything. It's just really ridiculous. But I'm getting better. So I mean I'm still new to this, so I'm glad I'm getting a bit better. Okay, let's see. And Zoe Does Life followed me on Twitter, so I'm so happy. And she has my channel too. Woo. Also, I do have all my links in the description box. So you can follow me on Instagram if you have Instagram, and just go on my Twitter, message me, tag me in something and say, hey, this is my channel or whatever. If you have a channel, if you have anything you want to show me, please feel free to show me, because I love talking to so many people. I really love doing that. And I think it's really important that we all discuss things, because it's like a little family. Don't make me cry. Oh my god, you see? Like Cherry said, oh boy, but I'm gonna follow you. Check your logic. Awesome. I think I'm following you already. Like, hold on. London says she wished she can delete something from her video. I wish I could do that with a particular part of my video. Yeah, like, you know, I'm gonna be honest here. I deleted a few of my videos too, like from before, because I thought they were so terrible. Like when I look back at it, like I cringe so hard. And they're still on my computer. So I'm thinking of like one day doing a video where I show me reacting to my cringe just to see how bad it is. Because like I don't think they're worth, like people are following me more now, and I'm like, I don't think it's worth that to like them to see how crappy my last videos were. But I still kept my first 2 videos that I posted up, because I feel like it's at least important to put those, to keep those up for a while. What? Deleted 3 videos? No. Oh yeah, check Cherry Blossamius, her videos, because she did a video exposing me, and I wanted to talk about that. I know, I like the one in the bathtub. Everyone seems to like that one, and so if anyone's interested, I had like you, John, and someone else told me that they would like to see me do like a series of that. And I thought that was a great idea. Like I already did that with Tumblr, reading stupid Tumblr posts. I did 2 videos of that. People seem to like that one a lot. So I'm going to keep doing that. I'm going to do it with Twitter accounts, because there's a lot of stupid stuff on Twitter. And I'm going to do more like the tub series. It's going to be called the tub series. I don't know what to talk about when I'm in the tub, though. Kind of weird. So I'm going to link her video of her exposing me. I'm frankly insulted. I'm kidding. It got 36 views too. Oh my god. It's really funny, so here's her exposing me for anyone that wants to see the video. So it got 6 likes too. Oh my god. I've been exposed. Okay. So I have to eat, because I haven't eaten yet. And I don't want to pass out at all. So thank you guys for watching. I wanted to thank Miss London once again for joining me. I hope that to see her again. She's like freaking hilarious. I wish her the best of luck for tomorrow, as we all do. Tumblr in the tub. That rings so well. Tumblr in the tub. Okay, I like that. So like I said, I wanted to thank you guys for watching. I wanted to thank her as well, and hopefully it goes well tomorrow. And tomorrow I'm working. It sucks. So I'm creating a meme about London and Chase Watts. Should I tag him? Ooh. You know what? I think you should. Depends on a meme, okay? I'm really curious. I want to see it myself. So, hold on a second. I think you totally should tag Chase Voss. And I'm pretty sure you're going to be blocked. Or suspended for some odd reason, once again. Because you can't handle the heat. Okay, where okay. Okay, that's awesome. I found your channel. And I've subscribed. Yes, you just subscribed to Cherry. Awesome. I'm so glad everyone's subscribing to each other. So I just subscribed to Jesus. It's happening again. To Check Your Logic. So I'm going to watch your video. I'm really excited to see that. And I'll let you know how it goes. Your channel. Woo. I'll send it to you first. How about that? Okay, awesome. Send it to me. I'm really curious. But like, don't, like, I swear to God, just post it, tag them if you want. Like, I'm not the one that, I don't want to feel like I'm giving you all the details. Do what you want. Do what you want. And I'm already subscribed to Cherry. So, anyone else has a channel? Okay, that's awesome. So I'm subscribed to you too, okay? Both of you. And I'm not going to do the y'all balls thing because that's too embarrassing because I'm not good at it. You're not responsible for what happens. Exactly. But I'm pretty sure, considering what happened to Miss London, I think if the meme is like what it is, they're going to be insulted somehow. So whatever. Don't feel bad. Mother Miranda. Hey, you exposed me. Still friends. We're still friends, okay? So I wanted to thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys have any suggestions as well to like what you would like to see more on my channel, please feel free. If you're new, I don't know if anyone's new watching, subscribe to my channel. Because I'm hoping to get more people on and we can talk more, and I'm going to do more tub videos and more cringe of me. So thank you. Mother Miranda is going to be out. Bye.